Okay, so for this problem, we want to find the values in order to have the table completed. Now, how do we find those values? Where we're going to use the values of the variable that are given to us, and then figure out what will be the value of the next variable. So this will be 3x plus y equals 1. So on the first row of the table, they're giving us that x equals 0. So we want to find what is our y value in the equation to make the equation true if x equals 0. So we're going to go ahead and plug in 0 in x. So we're going to have 3 times 0 plus y equals 1. So here we're saying that x equals 0. And then 3 times 0 is 0 plus y equals 1. And 0 plus y is just y. So y equals 1. So that means that this is going to be 1 right here. Okay. Now, they're telling us that x equals negative 1. So we're going to go ahead and plug in x equals negative 1 in our equation. So we're going to have 3 times negative 1 plus y equals 1. Now 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 plus y equals 1. I'm going to add 3 on both sides to isolate my y value. So y equals 4. So here my y is going to be 4. Then the last one, notice how they're not giving us x anymore. Now they're giving us y. The process is just going to be the same. The only difference is that now we're plugging a value into the y variable instead of the x. So we're going to have 3x plus negative 5 equals 1. So we have 3x minus 5 equals 1. I'm going to go ahead and add 5 on both sides. 3x equals 6. We divide by 3. So x equals 2. And so this is going to be 2. So we found that y equals 1 when x equals 0, y equals 4 when x equals negative 1, and x equals 2, when y equals negative 5. I'm going to go ahead and write those points on the side. So for the first point we have 0, 1. For the second one we have negative 1, 4. And then for the third one we have 2, negative 5. So these are the points that we got from the table. Okay. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and number my x and y axis. So this is my x axis, this is my y axis. And I'm going to go ahead and number them from 1 to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a negative 1, negative 2. Negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. And this is going to be up to you. You decide how you want to number the x and the y axis. Here I decided to do up to 5 because I noticed that we don't have any number that goes over 5, just negative 5. Then negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. And let's go ahead and plot those points. So the first one is 0, 1. Well, 0 is for x, right? And then 1 is for y. So I'm going to say at 0 and then go up to 1. So I did not move to the left or right from the origin because it was 0 for x, right? So no movement. We just went up to 1 because y is 1. The next one is negative 1 and positive 4. So I'm going to go to negative 1 in x and then up to positive 4. Okay. So this is 1 and negative 1 and positive 4. And then our last point is 2, negative 5. So we go to 2 in x and then down to negative 5. Just here. And I just realized I did not put negative right there for the 5. So it should be a negative 5. And there's our next point. So 2, -5. So there we have the 3 points from the graph plotted in a coordinate system.